with all just a second, just turn off 1 second. All right, with all said and done, I'd like to share a very interesting experience that I had a few years ago. It was my first time. It was my first time on a wet t-shirt contest. Not like that. Well, I could have though, right? um, 12, 14, 12, 14 years ago was down at Queen Street, under a hostel, and a wet t-shirt contest, right? Well, it was my first time experience it, and it was a club, right? Join a club under the hostel at Queen Street. I think I said that before, and and it was my first time. Not like that. It could have been though. It would be amazing, right? But well, when I got there at the club under the hostel at Queen Street, let me get through it. I can make it. It was um, a awkward sensation because it was my first time, right? I only have seen that in the movies, and it was pretty real. And I saw six girls from the hostel above, because it was under the hostel, right, at Queen Street. It was my first. It was my first time, like, seeing live, and it got really interesting because I felt two things at the same time. My a part of my brain was enjoying it, but then the other part of my brain was not comfortable because one of the ladies was dancing off rhythm, right? And that really bothered me, like, really. Back then I was the fitness classes were my life, and I had around 2,000 roughly choreographies in my brain, and I was training instructors, right, to teach the fitness classes. So it was really imagine that. Can you picture that? It was under the hostel at Queen Street. It was my first time, really my first time. And the ladies, they, of course, they were pretty, and they had like that wet t-shirts, like, literally. And then it really get strange because I froze, and I kept staring at them, like awkwardly, right? Because of they were off rhythm. They were one of them was completely off rhythm, and she was the prettiest, with the prettiest wet t-shirts. Okay, And I've been teaching a lot of classes for lots of years. And and I just stay there, like just stop at the middle of the dancing floor. And I realized it's been like a few minutes. I was completely still, right? And then it was getting like really awkward for me, for for people around me. So I didn't know what to do back then, right? And I decided to leave. So as I'm leaving, I saw a couple and then another two ladies getting drinks from the bar. One of the ladies just looked at me and said, "You need to come up here." I couldn't understand what she's saying. And the day was interesting because I think it was sort of a very, very mild abuse, but very mild. Okay. So this lady was about to do a body shot. I didn't know what that means back then. A body shot, right? It was my first time overseas. Remember the um, togs undies thing? It was me. I was running. It was me. I'm sorry. I was running from Mission Bay like almost naked, and I traumatized a little girl. It, it was around the same time I went to the club. It was a club. It was boom, boom, boom. You know, the club, a proper club with a wet T-shirt contest. Down at a hostel, I was living for 80 days at Queen Street, right? So can you imagine that? It was my first time seeing that. So I got confused with the parts of my brain. Whew, I can make it. I can make. Give me a second. So I was leaving. This girl just grabbed me and put. She just grabbed me. You know what I mean? And put me just above the what is called that? The balcony. Just at the bar, and she kind of lifted my shirt roughly, and then everybody started shouting like something that I just forgot, like shot, 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 because it was a body shot, and I didn't know that. I think I said that before, right? I thought it was something maybe with violence. I don't want to say guns, but it didn't seem like violence at first. But then the lady, like, with her friends, okay, male friends, and he looked excited. For one moment, I thought it was like two people thing, but then she got up at the thing that I forgot the name, and then the guy that his her friend helped her, right, to get into the thing at the bar in this club, right, under the hostel at Queen Street. So I was there. I didn't know what a body shot means, and uh, and then she really not mildly, she she got my shirt, and then I was just shirtless, right, lying down at the bar, waiting for the body shots. And then everybody started cheering, right? Like um, screaming something. I couldn't know back then, but it was something with shot, or skull. I didn't know that either. Okay, so imagine that it was a wet T-shirt, and the lady was really dancing off rhythm, like really off rhythm. At the same time, there was being put at the balcony, at the table, at the bar, and this guy helped me to put me like down at the bar, right? And I was shirtless, but the other six lady was still dancing, and one of them was really off rhythm, and it was very confusing. Okay, it was not necessarily awkward, but it was all new for me. And then I saw the bartender getting tequila, and the crowd get really excited and start shouting louder. And then the lady, I was lying down, and then the lady got on her knees, and the bartender threw at my belly the tequila, right? Um, it was very natural for them. So finally, so my knees, I was bending my knees like this, right? And the lady was looking at me, not in my eyes for some reason. And I thought this is getting a bit personal, right? And then, so I was right there, like this, like lying down in the bar, inside the club, okay, under the hostel with the lady was still dancing with the their shirts were completely wet, but no, it's just one of them was bothering me, like really bothering me. It was completely off rhythm. I knew that song. Well, maybe that was the problem. I knew the song. Oh, did I tell you I was frozen for 3 minutes before walking away that bar under the hostel at Queen Street? All right, so okay, and so the lady was here. There was no real connection, okay? But everybody here was quite excited, like shouting. With the six ladies still dancing, but they're not engaging. There's no harmony. That was not synchronized. Does that make any sense? That's not random. I mean, it is a bit random because you were not. It was like a parallel bar universe. Um, because half of the club was just dancing and looking at the girls that were dancing with that wet t-shirts, and one of them. Okay, so I'm here now, right? This is the first time. That's my first time. Okay, so I'm lying down, my knees. Can you see my knees? My knees. These are my knees. So And then I'm looking, but she's not staring at me properly in the eyes, and that's kind of important, right? And then the bartender just threw in my belly. I had like tequila in my body, but I was too considering the short parts because the crowds, not the whole crowd, like some of them was cheering. You know what I mean? They were cheering. Let's just, yeah, short, or something else. Like, it's been a long time, but I never forget it, and I'd like to share with you. This is my first, probably the only. I should have been on stage. Anyway, oh, as I'm getting ready for the short part that I didn't know what it meant back then. Now I know. And then the lady came down, and I thought maybe she was about to kiss me because it got really close, right? But then she licked, like really licked, like my belly to my chest, and got real close to my right nipple. The not the right and left, the right one, the one that feels more. But then there was no more tequila, right? No more tequila. And oh, all right, that's a body shot. Now I got it. Okay, now I got it. But then she just left. She went away, and she said nothing. And the other guy that helped me uh, to get through to the thing that is still don't know the name. I used to know, and then everybody start acting like nothing happens at all. I don't know. I don't know their names. Okay, I don't know their names. And then it was like nothing happens. You start dancing again, and the sixth lady was still on the stage, and one of them was still off rhythm, and I was like just lying down. Now what, right? At least I knew. Oh, that's a body shot. Okay, that's a body shot. I never drank the tequila. They should have, pay me a shot or something. The lady that just licked my belly and got real close to the right nipple, which is the left nipple. For some reason, that's kind of personal. But she never looked. She never actually looked me in the eyes, and then she just left. And the dude just and started dancing with the six girls on stage, and it was my first time down at the club under the hostel, right? And then it was like I was not there anymore. Okay, um, at the bar, even the bartender was just, and I thought, now what? So I just got my shirts and put my shirt back. What do you say? What do you say after a body shot with tequila down at the bar under the hostel at Queen Street? Oh, what do you? Because nobody was looking at me anymore. Like for real, it felt like I was never there. And now looking back retrospectively, it might be a bit weird to tell that story, but it felt mildly like a abuse. But it's a different culture, right? So maybe that's is my point of sharing this whole experience down in a club under the hostel at Queen Street on a wet t-shirt contest with six girls, and one of them. But I like it. I I kind of like it the whole thing. I wish I don't know what I wish. So yes, thanks for your time. I don't know how to. All right.